Hi, I'm Dominic Delsano, Sales Director at Baghouse.com. Welcome to our series, Baghouse 101. Let's review the basic components of a dust collection system. So you'll notice I said dust collection system, not just dust collector. That's because the dust collector is just one part of the overall system that we need to use. So the first part is actually the ductwork system itself. You'll see here, ductwork for a dust collection system can have multiple pickups or drop points. Sometimes it can just be one. These usually take the form of either some kind of hood over a dust source, or sometimes it's ducted directly into a piece of process equipment and it connects directly to the machine or apparatus. Regardless of how it connects, we then have our duct branches that come together and form the ductwork trunk line, or the main branch of the ductwork, that then goes back into the dust collector. Now here in the dust collector, we have our Baghouse style dust collector shown here. This bottom cone section is what we call the dust collector hopper. Above here, we have what is called the dirty air plenum, or the dirty side of the Baghouse. In this particular style, we have the tube sheet that is about a few feet below the top roof. And this metal plate has holes in it that then hold the filter bags. Now, as the dirty air comes in, goes into the filters, only clean air comes up and out into this section up here, above the tube sheet. For that reason, we call this section of the dust collector the clean side of the Baghouse, or the clean air plenum. As we leave, we have our connecting ductwork, the Baghouse outlet, that then goes down to our system fan. From our system fan, we then have some kind of exhaust stack that either lets the air exhaust out, or in some instances, we return the air back to the building. Sometimes when we return air back to the building, we may also have a HEPA after filter that's placed after the fan. This is to capture any leaks that might have gotten by the Baghouse filters when they're running. Now, if we go back to the Baghouse here, you'll notice in our hopper section, at the bottom we have the dust collector discharge. Now, this is the bottom of the hopper where the dust is removed from the system. Now, we need to have some kind of airlock here, because if this is open, air would just get pulled in from outside. So we can have a couple different things here. The simplest would be some kind of mechanical or manual slide gate, maybe just one we operate with our hands. But what's more common is some sort of airlock. This would be most commonly a rotary airlock, as I have drawn here, but it could also be tip valves or some other kind of airlock that allows dust to be removed while maintaining an airtight seal. Now, below the discharge device, whatever it may be, you'll usually have a couple different options. Now, the simplest is just simply to discharge the dust into some kind of bin or bag, like a super sack. So it could just dump into here, and when this is filled, somebody comes, removes it, places a new one underneath. Now, in other situations, we might drop down into some sort of pneumatic conveyor that will then blow the material away, perhaps to another sort of bin or storage part, or it may go to a silo and be used somewhere else in the facility. The same thing goes for some kind of mechanical screw conveyor or auger. Dust may drop into it, and then a screw carries the dust away, either to be disposed or reused somewhere else. Now, we also might have smaller parts of the dust collector. On different kinds of dust collectors, for example, like a pulse jet Baghouse, we have other parts like the air header, the pulse valves, the blow pipes. And different cleaning systems will have different components. But some of the smaller things you'll see on all Baghouses will include some sort of differential pressure gauge or monitoring device. And you'll see these two air taps here, one just above the tube sheet and one just below it. And these will be connected with air lines down to a gauge, usually a magnehelic gauge, or sometimes it's directly on a control board that can read differential pressure. This is the most important reading for your Baghouse operation, so it's always going to be present on any kind of dust collector you have. You may also have different kinds of sensors for temperature. You may have a sensor that tells you if the hopper is filling with dust, or you may have other things like heaters, vibrators on the hoppers to keep them clean, and other accessories like these. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or have a suggestion for another topic you'd like to see us discuss here at Baghouse.com, please leave us a comment below. You can also sign up to receive access to exclusive content. Whether you're designing a new system, looking for help with a technical problem, or just need some replacement parts or service on your dust collector, please reach out to us and let us know how we can help. Thanks for watching.